Welcome back to Forza Horizon 5, and in this video, we are going to be doing an off-road build of the Ram Power Wagon. Now, I've been wanting to do a build of this truck for quite a while now, and I think it's going to do a really good job at not only performing off-road, but also getting to some areas that we might not have been able to get to before, and we're absolutely going to be taking this thing exploring. Now, let's go ahead and pick it up right here in the auto show, and I wanted to start with a clean slate for this truck. Completely basic, completely base model, and we're going straight into the color selection, and I really like the stock red. I also like the stock blue and the stock dark red. There's really no bad color combination for the Power Wagon in my opinion, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to end up going with that stock red. I think that looks on point. It looks so sick. Now, I think one of the other things that I'm going to do is I probably will build it for a class, and I'll probably optimize it for whatever class is, like, the closest to what we already are at. Now, the reason I'm going to do that is because I want this thing to be able to be used for not only exploration, but also racing. So let's go ahead and go back, and we'll go straight into the garage and tuning and upgrades. Now, let's go into the custom upgrades, and wait a second, let me go back for a quick, there's a, whoa, there's a preset? Oh my god, let's see. This preset will upgrade your Ram Power Wagon for off-road use and install a 7.2-liter, 850 horsepower racing V8. Well, it's certainly nice to know that that's available there for us should we want it / need it. Now, engines-wise, I want to check and see what my swap options are before I build the stock engine. Oh wow, there's actually quite a bit. So we've got the stock Hemi powertrain. We've also got a 6.2 V8 swap, 6.7 V8 turbo diesel. You want to know how to make a lot of people mad really quickly? Put a 6.7 Power Stroke in a Dodge Ram. Now, next up, engine-wise, we have an 8.4-liter Viper V10. We have a 6.5-liter V12. You have a 7.7-liter V12. A racing 7.2-liter V8, and a 7.4-liter V8 twin turbo, which adds plus 1,340 horsepower. That gives us 1,750 horsepower just off of the swap, and 1,475 foot-pounds of torque. What is this monster engine? Is this something that we could build even further? Let's see. So if we put that engine in there, it actually takes away the ability for us to upgrade anything in the engine. It's like, no, you're not allowed to touch anything else. Although I kind of understand why, because now we literally make enough power for this thing to probably, I don't know, tear like an entire gash in the earth big enough to create a ravine. But as badly as I want to swap it to the 6.7 Power Stroke just for fun, I think we'll do that in a future video. Now, let's see. Handling and brakes. We're going to give you the most possible stopping power we can because we gave you 1,750 horsepower. Rally suspension so we can tune it. And then we'll do race sway bars so we can, of course, tune them. And if we want to unlock them fully and make this thing really flexy, we could do that as well. Not going to worry about the roll cage. And then I'm going to do a full race weight reduction. And then now we have the ability to set up our tires. Now, I'm going to probably go with some, let's see. Oh, God, we could put drift tires on it because, well, we could be completely mad and bonkers if we wanted to be. Now, the off-road race tires put it into S1 class, but I'm gonna go ahead and take them anyway. So we'll do the 315s because why not? And in the back we can do 335s. Should we do square? I kind of think we should do 315 square instead of, like, a staggered setup on a truck. A staggered setup on a truck just sounds weird in my head. Now, wheels and tires-wise, or I should say wheels-wise at this point, there are actually some really interesting new off-road wheels that I really want to see if I can throw on this thing, and also see how they look. But I gotta say, these Mickey Thompson Classic locks look pretty freaking great, though. Now, okay, that's a weird look. Putting rotiform aero discs on a Dodge Ram, I feel like that shouldn't be allowed. I mean, I guess if you want to, you could totally do it. Now, there are some, those look really good, but there are some other wheels that I really wanted to see how they looked, and I don't think they're in, maybe they're in the sport category, because it was another off-road style wheel. These we've had before, they're KMCs, and I like them a lot, but I also feel like I remember there being something else. Maybe I'm missing it, maybe I'm not, and maybe it's in another wheel category, but like, man, I'm really, there's a wheel in my head that I'm thinking of that I can't find, and it bothers the crap out of me that I can't find it. We got one more wheel category to go through, and I really hope it's in here because, oh my god, those actually look pretty sick, those American racing wheels. Let's see, are you in here? I really freaking hope so. Like, I genuinely hope. Okay, I know that these look kind of weird, but like, it almost goes hand in hand with that, you know, rugged off-road, like, steel wheel style. These are definitely different. Okay, only a little bit more. These, okay, I like these. These are the wheels that I was looking for, and I don't know if that's a real beadlock ring or a simulated beadlock ring, but, like, either way, I think it looks kind of good. Now, going ahead into the drivetrain, we're going to need a race clutch because, trust me, we're going to need a race clutch. And transmission-wise, I think an 8-speed would be plenty. I don't think we're going to need the 10. I mean, maybe if we were doing, I guess, like an all-out top speed build, maybe we'd go with the 10. But I think we can put all the tuning we need into it with a 8-speed transmission. Off-road diff is going to be definitely a move. And aero and appearance-wise, our front bumper is going to be a... we might as well throw that on there, right? I mean, it's going to add our, like, all of our off-road features, but... doesn't really do anything to the, well, it doesn't really do anything to, like, A, it's non-adjustable, and B, it doesn't really make the approach or departure angles any better or worse, but, like, I think I'm just going to do the front piece, and then I'm going to leave the rear as just a standard bed. So that should have us set up just about as I want to be. How much is this going to cost? 117,900 credits. Oh boy, that's a lot of change. Okay, well, we're just going to go ahead and throw that down right there in the open. And now it's time to take this thing outside. And of course, we're going to do some fine tuning to it, but I want to take it on a little bit of an adventure. And I also want to stop by the Baja circuit to see what it's like there. So, yeah, driving a 1,700 plus horsepower Dodge Ram Power Wagon. Let's see what happens when we floor it in 3, 2, 1, go! Oh my god. When the boost hits, like when you get above 6,000 RPM, like, I don't know what size turbos are on this engine, but they don't spool until very, very, very late. But my god, when they do, you are flying! Let's see how fast it gets up this hill. I don't think it's ever going to be down on power, that's for sure. I'm going to actually seek out a harder way up the hill, because I feel like this thing's just going to devour whatever route up the hill it wants. Come on. It definitely wants to be up in the revs, though, like up in the RPM range. But look at the freaking grade that we're climbing. Like, let me go into photo mode so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I mean, isn't that, well, first of all, isn't that like a sick freaking picture? And secondly, I mean, 1,750 horsepower in a freaking Dodge Ram. Like, okay, I mean, how bonkers do you want to be? Obviously, very. Now, I'm actually holding down the throttle for when we get back into the game so that we don't end up losing any momentum. Avoid the tree, please. Oh, God. Although, I gotta tell you, with these off-road race tires, it's still pulling, it's still going. It's not like it's giving up. Like, not whatsoever. I'm trying to specifically seek out, like, really steep sections, and so far, it has destroyed everything I have put in its path. I love the light setup, too. The Baja-style lighting setup is sick. Alright, so we got some steep stuff here. This might slow her down. I don't know if it's gonna stop her or not. It didn't even think about it. Bro, okay. So I guess that's a thing. That is absolutely incredible. The fact that it was just like, okay, yeah, we're just gonna go right up that and it's gonna be no big deal. That is wild. All right, so let's see if I launch it up this hill. Launch control and go. It's It's not getting overpowered by the hill. I mean, it's climbing it. Wow. Wow. Oh my god. I mean, I know the sun is kind of starting to go down now, but like, what if I try to climb it up on the rocks? With a little bit more momentum, it would totally get up there. Like, straight up, a little bit more momentum, it would totally get up there. That idle sound is nasty, too. Absolutely. Oh, God. Stop, 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 stop. All right, let me turn you around. Oh, yep, there it is. Kind of stuck now, but, like, the fact that we were able to just launch it right up here, that's the absolute best. That's the freaking greatest. Okay, so now we're gonna actually fast travel back to the festival because I feel like there's not much more we could do in terms of our parking situation. So now we're gonna get back out of the festival again, and we're gonna head to the Baja track and see how it does out there. I know I haven't fine-tuned it or anything, but I still want to see how it does in like an off-road racetrack type scenario. Now, let's see. No! I went back into the festival. Dude, I am so bad about that. I should have just, like, hit the pause button and opened the map from there. But, like, you do it sometimes. Okay, so, Baja track. Where is it? Oh, boy. There it is. All right. It's time to send her, isn't it? Yep, it's time to send her. I'm gonna actually just, like, throw down a random, like, marker point. And instead of following it, I'm just going to point myself in the general direction of the marker because, again, it's also nighttime right now, so when you think about it that way, I mean, it's night, and I'm just, like, blasting across the desert at this point, like, crossing 150 miles an hour, so if we're going to run into anything, it's going to be a big hit. All right, let's see what that interior... Whoa, that interior looks great! I've always loved the interiors on the newer Rams. They all look really, really good, and this is no exception. That's a big rock. Well... we got rocked, I think. I don't think, I know. We got completely rocked on that one. I know, that's a terrible dad joke. The odd thing, though, is that, like, once you start driving it, I mean, I'm sure it's got... Wow, okay. I'm sure it's got something to do with the weight of it, but, like, it doesn't quite feel... It feels fast, but it doesn't feel 1,700-plus horsepower fast. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's the fact that, oh god, there's buildings, there's buildings, there's buildings. Hello there. Ooh. There's a rock wall. Thank you. There's rocks in front of me as well. Why did we have to do this at night? I feel like nighttime was not the best time to do this. Launching her. All right, I see it. I see it. It's in sight. Let's get it. Oh god. There's buildings there. But you really can, like, just rampage across the landscape. I mean, once you get out here into the desert, the story gets even better because you can just blast across it. And I haven't even tuned it yet. I'm sure that's... Oh, my God. I'm sure that someone's going to end up making, like, a pre-runner-style, Baja-style tune for this truck at some point. But even in, like, stock form, it is hilarious to drive. I am not following that anymore. I found a jump. I'm probably going to get, like, 1 star, or maybe not even that. But either way, this is the more fun way to get into the track. Thank God I didn't hit that. I don't know what it was. It was like a giant, like, can of some kind. Yeah, 1 star. I kind of figured. All right, let's throw it into a couple of corners. Oh, geez. Okay, this is where it shows a little bit of the areas it could be improved upon for sure.
Turn around.
Oh, no. Stop heading for the bleachers. Ooh. Okay, let me get on the main track as opposed to this weird, like, outside track that isn't necessarily where I want to be.
Turn sharp left. 100 yards.
Oh, it's hilarious to freaking all-wheel drift it around this dirt oval. Bro, that's absolutely hilarious, and I love it. I've got to bring this thing back here during the day. It just carries these hilarious all-wheel drifts. I absolutely love it. Wow. Okay, if you haven't built this thing yet, or if you haven't built one of these yet, bro, I highly recommend getting your hands on one of these Power Wagons as soon as you can. Now, if y'all enjoyed this video, make sure to let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time.